Alright, I got a minnow game that I'm divisioned up. This was a little while ago. I was playing in DD214 clan. And also Blocking from the Screw clan is with us. So gonna kind of accelerate this initial positioning. Not much to see in the first 30-40 seconds of us sailing around and approaching the cap, but I've got a DD division, or two DDs in the division with me, one Shimakaze, one Gearing, and the plan is to have the Gearing smoke up going into the A cap and allow me to leverage that accordingly. Now, ironically, there's a CV, but the only cruiser on the red team is Zhao. So, we actually have two Baltimores, and this is the old Baltimore cruiser, U.S. cruiser line, light cruiser line split. So the Baltimore here is tier 9, and yeah, so it's kind of interesting. The red team has an extra battleship and an extra DD, but they only have one cruiser. Two tier 10 CVs, so we'll see what happens. And I immediately start shooting down as many planes as I can. I was willing to help out the CV if I can. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do too much. And yeah, fuck. Yeah, that was not good. So that's what happens when you consistently do not leverage your hydroacoustic search. I don't know why, but I always forget to do that. I use hydro so infrequently, it's not even funny. It's a tool in my toolbox, and I forget to use it. So, take a lot of damage initially, pop one of my British super heals, and hopefully that will keep me back in the game. At this point, we've managed to shoot down 9 planes, so we're kind of helping our CV a little bit, although staying alive will benefit us, the team, far more than probably shooting down the planes. The CV is actually our CV is pretty good. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say both CVs were actually really good in this particular game. And yeah, the Minnow's got pretty brutal AA, and I also have manual AA on this boat, so if they come near you, and here we go, more torps. And again, even after that first torpedo strike, I did not put hydro up, so yeah, I don't know what to say. Not too bright. That's so frustrating. I've got a little bit better, so now I'm detected, which means, yeah, there's somebody close to us. And of course, he's probably coming over here to torpedo me. Why not? The guy doesn't use defensive or hydroacoustic. Just drive over and torp him. Yeah. So, anyways, we managed to take out that DD, and luckily it looks like those are his torpedoes. 2, 4, I can't tell. Looks like them. And boom, hey, wow, it is a DD fest, and no wonder we were eating so many torps. You'd think I would have remembered that they actually had a DD advantage, and an extra DD and an extra battleship, because they got shortchanged on the cruiser. So, wow, the Xu Yang is backing up. He's not getting very far, and we're gonna go right to work and right back on this Shimakaze and see if we can get him. A cap still hasn't been taken, so yeah, interesting little battle. My Gearing, who's Balkan, one of the co-founders of Screw Clan, he's pretty low. He's probably gonna, if I recall correctly, he probably rage quits. He's kind of notorious for that, but I'm just busting his ass. So here come more planes, and RCV comes in and he does a strafe, and looks like I get the scraps, and then immediately target this set of dive bombers, and I managed to get a few of those, and maybe he got the scraps on that one. So, and I still haven't used a Hydro. I finally pop a Hydro. It's kind of ironic. I finally actually popped a Hydro after eating multiple torps, and yeah. I gotta get better with that. I am a little bit better now. And I do leverage Hydro on a few other ships, so. But in general, and I know people will probably cringe when they hear this, I don't necessarily run Hydro on many boats. A couple, for sure. The Hindenburg, for sure. Boats where, you can leverage, I'll give you an example, the Worcester, where you get both, defensive fire, radar, Hydro, you get all the goodies, so there's no compromise there. But a lot of times, if I'm given the choice between defensive fire and Hydro, I will go with defensive fire. And I know there aren't a ton of CVs, but I do like playing against CVs, and I do like leveraging defensive fire when I am in those games, to not only protect myself, but to help my team. So, yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there that, including a lot of the guys in my clan, when they play random games, they run Hydro, or they just can't. They feel they can't justify defensive fire for the odd chance that you'll run into a CV. But like I said, I like to run it. The ships that I don't run it on, I generally have manual AAA. A great example is my Hindenburg. Hindenburg has great AA if configured for defensive AA. But I run the Hydro and a Hydro mod, and set it up for manual AA, and it's still pretty decent. I can't defend the fleet with a panic spread on any of the aircraft, and I can't do the same for myself, but I can do a fair amount of damage to a strike package coming in on me. If a CV sends multiple strike packages or multiple squadrons of, say, torpedo bombers and dive bombers, I am probably going to sustain some damage, and in that case I would surely focus the torpedo bombers because they pose the biggest threat. Anyways, getting back to the game, each team has lost 3 ships. We've got 2 caps, they've got 1. We've got a slate point lead, only about 75 points. So, not really anything to write home about. It does look like that line is going to go down. And shot down a fair amount of planes. I mean, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that actually says 30 planes have been shot down. So, and this CV, I will give him credit. He's pretty tenacious. I'm not sure what's near me that he wants to go after. But between my AAA and this CV, or the friendly CV, ability to strafe, this guy's just been getting decimated, and it's quite interesting at the end to see how many planes he really lost. But right now we're both down 4 ships. I still have the Shimakaze with me. He's actually still in the vicinity, and boy, oh boy, here we go again. It's crazy. when a CV comes after you like this repeatedly and loses all of his planes, it's pretty brutal. I think I only got 3 of his planes that time because the CV got the rest. And again, he keeps on coming into my AAA combined with that CV, who is no joke, obviously. And yeah, he's a slow learner. I don't know what else to say. Of course, we're going to try and finish off this out, and as we start shooting at him, everybody else does, but we managed to secure the kill, and 73,000 damage, so not too bad. The red team starts to take B back from us. I'm still not running my hydro. Oh man, I don't know why. But I did have a couple ships out in front of me, more or less screeny. Although, there is still... nope, I don't think there is. There's a CB over here. It continues to come after. See, I don't know if he necessarily realizes I'm here at this point, but he continues to... it looks like I've shut down 42 planes, actually. He continues to fly right over here, and again, I'm guessing RCB knows that he's over here because he's kept these fighters over here for a fair amount of time, and man, he's just taking out plane after plane after plane. Actually, squadron after squadron after squadron. And here he comes again. Iowa's out here. I'm going to put some shots on. I think that Iowa's in big trouble with all those torpedoes. And he does eat a torpedo from Seamus, who's one of my clanmates at the time. No longer in his clan, but I still friendly with those guys and still bump into them occasionally. So, I'm going to relocate. I probably could have gone after the CV, but at this point I'd rather play the objectives and go for the caps and see if I can help out at recapturing B. And yeah, right now there's only 2 DDs left. And the CV, red team's pretty much got decimated. They haven't done a whole lot as far as damage goes to our team or taking out our ships. And their Fletcher takes out their Shimakaze, and that is actually kind of priceless. I forgot all about that. I was actually engaging him. We would have pretty much melted him in a couple more seconds anyways, between myself and the other ships around the B cap. So I'm gonna scoot in here. Excuse me. Man, I don't know why I'm yawning. It's actually a Sunday night. It's like 10 p.m. and I'm yawning like it's 2 a.m. So I'm gonna jump in here and see if I can get a couple capture points. I do have a solo cap at the A cap, it appears. So yeah, a little bit more cap points. RCV takes out the enemy midway. And just to note, RCV actually has 3 kills. So not only is this guy, his name's Jack Fu, and not only has this guy really done a great job defending the fleet and decimating the enemy carrier's planes, but he's actually done a pretty decent job of wiping out other ships. So hats off to him. Great showing. So 3 kills, a couple caps, Dreadnought, 42 planes. This was in the clear sky days, so no clear sky. Base XP of 3,032. That's awesome. CV really gets ripped here because not only did he do the same amount, sink the same amount of ships, he shot down double the amount of planes that I did. And I'm sure he got clear sky for that, but that would be about it. He didn't get a whole lot of XP compared to what I did. And there you go. You know, we got 67 of 180 cap points, and respectable Captain XP, Commander XP, and credits and XP. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.